Hey there. It's about 9 o'clock tonight on a Monday, and I almost let this Monday get away from me before or without recording a video, which I almost forgot that I committed to doing these on Monday. So I'm here I am, here it is, Monday. So I'm on spring break from school, and before it started I had written this long to-do list of all the things I wanted to get accomplished with a whole week without classes. And it was stuff like writing essays for scholarships and working on my books. I'm working on 2 books and doing stuff with the business, Party Wolf, just all kinds of things I wanted to do, clean the house, all that shit. And then something made me just cross all that out and decide that this week was going to be about following my intuition and following my curiosity and just kind of going with what feels good. I've already designated Sundays to be that way, and they're awesome. And usually they're just like me in my pajamas crocheting or, making an awesome breakfast. Maybe I'll go for a jog, stuff like that. They're kind of chill, which is nice to have a day of the week like that. So I was kind of worried, like, well, if I make my whole spring break time like that, am I just not going to get anything done? But I decided to trust it because I've been reading a lot of stuff about that being a more effective way to get things done. The idea of you still take action, but it's about getting aligned first and getting in that place where you're feeling really good and you're feeling really inspired. And so far, I'm only a couple days in, but what I'm finding is I'm still doing the, not sexy stuff. So, I still take out my trash. I vacuum the floor, which I hardly ever do. I don't know, I wouldn't say I hate it. I don't prioritize housekeeping that much. I like to have the dishes done, and I like to have things off the floor, and I don't live in filth or anything like that, but stuff like dusting and vacuuming and washing the windows, it's not, those kind of things feel they fall off my radar, we'll just say. But anyways, no, following my feel-good flow and my intuition and stuff, I vacuumed, I've gone for jogs, I've gone on a crazy, awesome long hike, I've done laundry, I've just done a lot of things that you wouldn't think you would do if you were just feeling good. And what's interesting is, because it's about intuition, right? So a lot of times we think that if we follow our intuition, we're just going to lay around eating hot fudge sundaes and not getting out of the house and things like that. But what I found is that's a different energy. When we're doing stuff out of self-love and out of what really feels good, our body knows what feels good, and it wants to move, and it wants to live in a clean house, and it wants to do the things it has to do. That's the other thing. I have worked on my books, I've written, and I filled out a couple scholarship essays, which I had been meaning to do for ages and just never got around to, even when they were on the to-do list. So I think that's really interesting, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the week goes. A lot of this kind of resonated. I happened to watch that Tony Robbins documentary, I'm Not Your Guru, and I like Tony Robbins. His books were one of the first ones I read when I was still drinking, and I still have sort of this embarrassment around liking certain self-help stuff. He's pretty intense, right? But anyways, I like what he has to say, and I like his energy, even though it can be kind of big sometimes. Anyways, the documentary was really good, and it was moving, and someone asked him, how does he have the energy? Because the documentary is specifically about his 6-day Date with Destiny seminar, and it's really intense and long and all this, and someone was asking him, how does he have the energy to do that? And he was saying how he doesn't push for his goals, he is pulled towards it, or something like that. I'm sure I totally butchered that, but I like that idea of we are raised in this culture where we feel like we have to push for stuff, and we have to work really hard, and we have to strive, and we have to work a lot of hours, and we have to cut throats, and we have to crack skulls, and if we just allow ourselves to be pulled towards something, I think that's much more powerful, and it's much more sustainable, and we actually replenish our energy while we're doing it. And like I said before, what I find is sometimes I'm pulled towards doing the dishes, which is bizarre, but it works. So I'm going to keep at it. You might give it a try. Let me know what you think. And I will be back here next Monday and tell you how it went. All right, take care.